Imagine standing on a vast, ancient landscape where the ground beneath your feet is not as stable as it seems. Picture a time when everything was connected, a single landmass known as Pangaea, where you could stroll from what we now call Australia to North America, with a quick detour through Antarctica. Fast forward to today, and we're living on a patchwork of continents, each one shifting and sliding, like pieces of a giant jigsaw puzzle that refuses to stay put. But here's the kicker. This puzzle is still in motion, and it's about to get a whole lot more interesting. Let's talk about Africa, a continent that's literally splitting apart. It's not some far-off event in the distant future. It's happening right now, and scientists are watching it unfold in real time. The East African Rift Valley, a massive fissure stretching over 2,000 miles, is the epicenter of this geological drama. This rift is not just a crack in the ground. It's a vivid reminder that our planet is alive, constantly reshaping itself. As the Somalia Plate pulls away from the Nubian Plate, it's widening at a rate of 6 to 7 millimeters a year. That might not sound like much, but over millions of years, it's enough to create a brand new continent. Can you imagine that? In just a few million years, we could see the birth of a new landmass, what experts are calling the Nubian continent. Picture Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, and parts of Ethiopia, breaking free, surrounded by a new ocean that would carve its way through the landscape. The Indian Ocean could flood into the East African Rift Valley, and suddenly, we'd have a new ocean, a new continent, and a whole new chapter in Earth's history. It's like watching a slow-motion explosion of land and water, a spectacular transformation that's been brewing for eons. Now, you might be wondering, when is this going to happen? Well, if you're hoping to witness this cataclysmic event in your lifetime, I've got some disappointing news. While the rift is active, and we're already seeing earthquakes and volcanic activity, the actual splitting might take anywhere from 1 to 5 million years. So, while you might not be able to grab a front-row seat to the show, you can definitely feel the tremors of change beneath your feet. But what's driving this geological upheaval? It all comes down to the Earth's inner workings. Deep beneath the surface, superhot rock is being expelled from the planet's core, pushing the tectonic plates apart. Imagine the lithosphere, the rigid outer layer of the Earth, as an iceberg floating on a sea of molten rock. The African superplume, a massive slab of mantle beneath southwest Africa, is stretching this layer thin, causing it to sink and pull the plates in different directions. It's a wild, chaotic dance of geology that we're only beginning to understand. And here's the kicker. While the Earth is doing its thing, people are already feeling the effects. In Ethiopia, a 35-mile fissure opened up in 2005, and just a few years later, another crack appeared in Kenya. These aren't just geological curiosities. They're reminders that the ground we walk on is anything but static. It's a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving. So, as we stand on this ever-changing planet, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of its transformation. The splitting of Africa is not just a scientific phenomenon. It's a testament to the dynamic nature of our world. While we may not see the ocean flood the rift in our lifetimes, we can certainly marvel at the forces that shape our planet. The Earth is a masterpiece in progress, and we're lucky enough to witness its story unfold, one tectonic shift at a time.